Hey, this is Rantin Robin with your favorite Tim Drake moments from 1993 to 2006. In the 1990s, Bane came to Gotham, and Batman ordered Robin to follow him and watch him. Unwittingly, Robin stumbled into a trap and was captured by Bane. As Bane was prepared to torture him or possibly worse, Killer Croc showed up and Bane and Killer Croc ended up in a fight in the sewers where during the distraction, Robin rolled over and dove into the water. In the 1990s, Batman's back was viciously broken by Bane, a mercenary from Brazil. During his break from being Batman, Bruce Wayne asked Jean Paul, who was Azrael, to take his place. Jean Paul went mentally insane and ended up kicking out Robin out of the Batcave, insisting that he preferred to work alone. Immediately following Nightfall, the newly recovered Bruce Wayne decided to take a trip and left Dick Grayson in charge as Batman till his return. Dick Grayson, early in his career as Robin, had failed while fighting Two-Face, and now Tim Drake and Dick Grayson both went up against Two-Face, this time as Batman and Robin. Shortly following the events of Nightfall, Tim Drake was dating a girl named Spoiler, also known as Stephanie Brown, who was a first teen pregnancy seen in comics. In this scene between Tim Drake and Stephanie Brown is explaining that a makeout session does not create a baby, despite what the naive Tim Drake may think. In the late 90s, Gotham suffered a severe earthquake, leaving the town uninhabitable. Batman stayed behind and ordered the rest of his sidekicks to leave town. Tim Drake decided with his group Young Justice they were going to sneak into town. Unfortunately, shortly after their first mission, Batman caught him. Following a rescue of Superboy, the Teen Titans found themselves about 10 years in the future, where Tim Drake ran across an evil, malevolent Batman, whom he later discovered was himself. He vowed to never wear a cowl. And then DC completely broke that when they gave him a cowl when he became Red Robin. In the compilation entitled Teen Titans Life and Death, an angry Jason Todd, who for those of you who don't know was the second Robin, came to battle Tim Drake to truly decide who was the better Robin. Jason Todd ended up winning and leaving Tim Drake badly wounded, barely saved by his companions who scared Jason. In the Nightwing compilation entitled Love and Bullets, Tim Drake came to Bludhaven to train with Nightwing. Nightwing suggested they do an exercise involving blindfolds, and thus they talked and fought crime and tried to catch a train, all while wearing blindfolds. It's lucky Tim Drake didn't die, but he was well trained. During Batman Hush, Tim Drake was captured by a figure who Batman deduced was Clayface. Later, during Under the Red Hood, that figure was revealed to have been Jason Todd at the beginning, and then Clayface at the end. Jason asked Batman if he had known all along. Later, during a saga called Nightwing, All Mobbed Up, Nightwing was asked to take out all of the various heroes in Bludhaven. During said time, that brought him into conflict with Tim Drake, who had just recently moved to Bludhaven and couldn't understand why Nightwing, his brother and friend, was trying to take him out. In Robin Unmasked, which came shortly before the Batman War Drums, which came shortly before Batman War Games, Robin's father deduced his identity as Tim Drake and forced him into retirement in order to avoid a fight between his father Jack and Bruce Wayne. Of course, not much later during War Games Volume 2, Tim Drake convinced his father that he needed to go back because Gotham was in a state of chaos. And Batman was just as surprised as all the readers when Robin showed up again. Not long after this, DC revamped their lineup and changed Robin's outfit to more of a red and black look.